Good evening from Namibia, and today marks the start of our Okavango adventure because tomorrow morning we're gonna head back into Botswana and head in the boat and start exploring the Okavango Delta. And yes, this is our camp for tonight here in Namibia, and it's really beautiful by the river, so I wanted to just capture this before the sun goes down completely. Good morning, it is the next day and it's currently 7:30 a.m. and last night I think was the coldest by far. I think it went down to like 8 degrees, so yes, we were freezing the whole night. But yes, we've broken up this beautiful camp again and taken down the tents, packed our day bags, and now we're gonna have some breakfast before we head to the Botswana border to cross into Botswana again. And then from there we're gonna stop at a camp and then get on a boat to head to our bush camp for the night. It will be interesting as well because this camp we're going to tonight has no facility, so it's totally out in the wild. So excited for that. And yes, the day after we're gonna go on the traditional canoes or the traditional boats. So yeah, let's explore the Okavango Delta.
I wonder what the temperature of the water is.
So this is what we do when we clean the dishes. To get them dry, we fluff them. Yeah. We have now crossed the border back into Botswana, and we have made it to a camp here called the Swamp Stop. And yeah, right now we're just gonna have some lunch and then get our bags ready, pack the boat, and then head out here on the Delta to explore. And I'm guessing that we will be taking one of these boats, which you can see behind me here, to the camp for tonight. And from what I've heard, the Okavango Delta has a very high density of elephants, so I do hope that we get to see some wildlife from the boat today. The Okavango Delta is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, as it's one of the few interior delta systems that do not flow into a sea or ocean, with a wetland system that is largely intact. And this means that all of the water reaching the delta is ultimately evaporated and transpired. Each year, about 11 cubic kilometers of water spread over the 6,000 to 15,000 square kilometer area. The Delta was named one of the 7 natural wonders of Africa. Chief's Island is the largest island in the Delta. Historically, it was reserved as an exclusive hunting area for the chief, but is now a protected area for wildlife. We have now arrived after about a 2-hour boat ride on the Okavango Delta, and we're so lucky because the tents are already up, and this is our backyard, a beautiful view over the Delta. So yeah, sun is already set. Let's get the roof on.
Don't pretend you're sorry. Crying, you know how to make
and it's very important at all the time, if you are here, you make sure your tents are closed, because we got a lot of creatures looking for the area which are warm.
from the Okavango Delta. So we woke up to a beautiful sunrise, which is happening opposite me. And last night we saw lots of noises along them hippos, and apparently right here by the bank of the river there were a group of hippos. So we were right when we heard that. And yes, today we're gonna head out on the delta again, and this time in a makoro, a traditional dig out canoe. Formerly it was done with real wood, but this one we're going in today is made of glass fiber just because to prevent deforestation. And then we will also get off on one of the islands and do some hiking there and explore. So yes, hoping that we'll see some more animals today, and let's have breakfast. We have now made it onto the makoros, and this water is a bit more shallower, so they're able to pull their way through the delta. And yeah, we'll be on this makoro for about an hour and a half before we go onto one of the islands to explore. And now we're a lot closer to the water.
For how long have you done this?
And yeah. Are you okay in the back?
Yes, I am.
This is very, very relaxing. The only thing you can hear is the sound of the birds and nature. So yeah, very cool. And now the waterway is getting narrower and narrower.
What do you think is this animal? Yeah, excellent. It's the hippopotamus. That's moving around here.
So we have now made it back to civilization and to the swamp stop camp after bush camping for one night and being out in the delta for 2 days. And yes, it was a great experience. Although a bit different from my expectations. I thought that we would see a bit more wildlife. We only saw crocodiles and a lot of different birds, and apparently there is an island more down south called the Chiefs Island, and yeah, that island has all of the big five. So but it is 4 hours down south with a boat from here. So unfortunately we didn't see that, and also I thought that the delta would have a bigger concentration of elephants, but it seems that elephants who are old and yeah, about to die come to the delta, so didn't see any elephants either. So a bit different from what I expected, but still really amazing. So yes, we're having our last night here in Botswana before we go over the border and back to Namibia tomorrow, when we start the Namibia adventures for real. So yes, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you in Namibia.